Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Lebanon's Daily Star leads with Syria's peace talks as it reports that international mediator Lakhdar Brahimi plans to take Syrian peace talks into a third round as negotiations near the end of a second week with no sign of progress. It also reports that US Secretary of State John Kerry says that President Obama has asked for possible new police on Syria as the humanitarian crisis worsens. Turkey's Hurriyet Daily News leads reporting that the government is considering reintroducing a controversial law reshaping the Supreme Council of Judges and Prosecutors despite strong internal and external criticism after some HSYK members reportedly blocked a judicial overhaul by skipping meetings. The paper also reports that Turkey hosted the 8th Turkey-Afghanistan-Pakistan trilateral summit around the theme of sustainable peace in the heart of Asia, while aiming to strengthen multidimensional cooperation among the three countries. From Israel, Haaretz leads reporting that thousands of teenagers marched Thursday evening from the West Bank city of Ma'ale Adumim to the adjacent area known as E1 to protest the negotiations with the Palestinians and the decision by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to block construction there. It also reports that the Palestinian Authority has renewed its request to have the West Bank village of Batir recognised as a protected site by UNESCO. The UAE's Gulf News leads its front page reporting that parliamentary decorum stooped to a new low yesterday, with some Indian lawmakers using pepper spray and brandishing a knife in their bid to prevent bifurcation of one of its southern states. The paper also reports that heavy rain across the Emirates claimed the lives of 4 people after a car accident in Sharjah. Now let's take a look at the top headlines from the UK papers. The Guardian leads today reporting that the record rainfall and storm surges that have brought flooding across the UK are a clear sign that we are already experiencing the impacts of climate change. The article says that it would be very unwise of us, all leaders, to ignore the extreme weather events. The paper also celebrates Valentine's Day as it features a poem by Wendy Cope to her husband. The Times reports today that the police were facing demands for time limits on sex abuse investigations after being accused of a celebrity witch hunt following the acquittal of Dave Lee Travis yesterday over indecent assault dating 37 years back. The paper also reports that counter-terrorism believe that Irish Republican militants may be responsible for a series of bombs sent to army recruitment centres. It also features a picture of Prince William and basketball star Yao Ming as they attend an animal poaching conference in London. The Daily Telegraph leads today saying that, according to a report by the Financial Conduct Authority, middle-class savers are being left thousands of pounds worse off in retirement because of a broken pensions market, which allows insurers to make significant profit at the expense of customers. It also reports that another 1,000 houses are likely to flood in fresh storms this weekend and features a picture of Lizzie Yarnold as she put herself on course to win Britain's first gold medal at the Winter Olympics. The Independent leads its front page reporting that David Cameron has walked away from a pledge to allow voters to expel MPs who have lost the confidence of their constituents from Parliament. It also reports that leaders and delegates from 46 countries have pledged to fight the £12 billion illegal wildlife trade together for the first time, and features a picture of Dave Lee Travis after being found not guilty of 12 historical accounts of indecent assault. Now let's take a look at the top stories in international papers. Russia's Moscow Times leads reporting that the Egyptian army chief Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has held talks with President Vladimir Putin in the Kremlin while on a rare visit to Russia to boost bilateral military and economic ties, in a further sign that Cairo is seeking to align with Moscow amid deteriorating ties with the US. It also says that the Olympic Games seemed a golden opportunity for the Moscow tourism industry, with the majority of tourists bound to pause in the capital on their way to Sochi. However, that has not been the case. The Washington Post leads, reporting on the harsh snowstorm that is sweeping across the Washington region, as it reports that at least 3 people have died in the region due to the weather. It also reports that the Afghan government released 65 suspected Taliban militants from prison, ignoring vehement protests from the US military leaders that the men will return to the battlefield. And finally, China Daily's front page reports that China is in plans to build the world's longest underwater tunnel beneath the Bohai Sea by 2026, with a blueprint expected to be submitted to the State Council in April. It also features a picture of Li Jianru, who won China's first gold after winning the women's 500 metres short track speed skating final event. And for more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to join us again on Monday. Bye for now.